Morning, y'all. I don't know what the light's like in here, but I thought I'd do a video to break up your news feed because you're probably going to get a lot of political videos today. You're going to get a lot of opinions on Trump. You're going to get a lot of opinions on Biden. I'm not sharing mine because I'm bored of that now. I'm going to talk about something else today. So let me read out this first. It's something I spotted in a group named Empaths, Old Souls and Introverts. In order to protect yourself from energy vampires, narcissists and manipulators and the like, it is essential to get in touch with how your body feels around certain people. You aren't crazy, but you will feel crazy around unsafe people. It's really up to you. It's get rid of those toxic people from your life. Toxic people will only hang around people that let them. Okay, so you say no more of this, it ain't happening. Do one. They have to do one, that's it. That's the end of that, man. So I found that. I thought that was a really good post. I thought that needed sharing. So I've just finished my morning meditation. Like I say, I'm feeling good. Still a little bit tired. No, I should have probably done it for a little bit longer. I did about 20 minutes. Meditation will be my next topic I want to talk about. It's a brilliant way, just a way to get in touch with your higher self. Now let's talk about that. I hear a lot of people saying, and I see a lot of videos entitled how to meditate properly and how to do this. Now basically that's on you, whatever suits you. Okay, if you prefer sitting down on a chair with your back up straight, with your hands on your knees, whatever, providing some comfort, you do that. If you want to lie on your back and you're more comfortable that way and you can't really sit up or you get pains or whatever, then you do it lying down. This is how you do it. Some people most people are professionals. I don't know, I'd say professionals, but higher up, like ascended people and masters and such, tend to sit in the lotus position, and you see a lot of photographs or statues of Buddha and he'll be sat in the lotus position and he'll have his hands like this. But let me explain, that isn't 666 whatsoever, what they say. This is an ancient thing in meditation, and I think it goes back to Hinduism somewhere along the line, which is pretty much where every religion comes from. But yeah, man, that ain't 666. That's what you should be doing to keep the loop and keep the energy flowing just throughout your body. Now, I mentioned the higher self and getting in contact with it, or getting in contact with yourself. And your higher self is just when you focus on positivity stuff and you're living in the heart, basically, instead of the mind. You don't let the mind do the driving anymore. You can observe those just as thoughts and let them go. See them as like waves rippling past or whatever. That's what I do anyway, I'm looking at it going, I can see the thought, I'm seeing the thoughts, and to be honest, the bullshit thoughts, they don't really matter. But then what's here in the heart is much stronger, better, true love, unconditional love. This is what happens when you put in the practice. You're eating healthier, you're focusing on yourself and loving yourself. My meditation style has changed. It's completely changed. I used to do what I call diet meditation, which is guided meditation. Basically, you've got someone talking over the top of it, saying, sit back, relax, breathe deep. Because people are saying all different things. Some people say focus on the breath. Some people say it's more about letting thoughts go. It's just what suits you. Just get that across again. It really is up to you. Whatever you're comfortable doing, you do. It's just a practice of sitting still, and that's what you're practicing. Sitting still, being still, and you'll be able to observe your thoughts a lot clearer. Excuse my stuttering. I've always had a little bit of a stutter since I was a kid, and especially now I'm in the world of making videos, it's got a little bit more daunting because I've done broadcasting for a long time alongside my dad in hospital radio, but I've never really done video making before until I started up this channel. So there's been a lot of political posts that I've put up recently. I've tried not to be biased on the situation, even though I had my favourite candidate in the 2-horse race. See, I realise it's all scripted anyway. This is the show, this is the bread and circus you hear about, my friends. It's all bread and circus, man. That's all it ever is. That's why they call it that. It's a show. It's like WWE wrestling. So it doesn't matter whether you vote for Hulk Hogan or The Undertaker, basically. You know, it's a selection, not an election, but I thought you should all know this by now. But obviously, a lot of people don't. And we've got a lot of hope riding on this thing, so we'll see how it turns out. Personally, I think it could take weeks before they get the proper result after all these accusations of their cheating and this, that, and the other. But we're not getting political on this post. That's what it is. This post is how to connect with higher self, and you can do that in a matter of minutes. You do it multiple times a day anyway, even when you aren't aware that you're doing it. You aren't being guided by your thoughts in your mind all the time. Sometimes coming from here. So that's my video today. A little short update. I'm going to go out in nature now. I'm going to do some grounding, take my shoes and socks off, walk around in the grass. You best believe I do that in Manchester, where it's known as the rainy city, right? But I feel so much better for it. I've been eating my sea moss gel, my black seed oil. I think my skin's starting to look a bit better. I've got a bit more radiant, but got some spots coming through. But that's part of the process, isn't it? And getting rid of the toxicity, and replacing it with something more positive, which is prana. Oxygen, baby. I love breathing oxygen, so you best believe I'm not covering up with no mask. Well, I don't do that anyway, I'm exempt, but because of an underlying health condition, two underlying health conditions, but I wouldn't do it even if I had to do it, to be honest. I don't think it's a selfish move whatsoever. Fauci himself said they were useless right at the start, and then he said all of a sudden they might be useful. Like, it's a load of rubbish. Every single mask works differently. Most of these people I see walking around the streets are wearing fashion masks. They're just for fashion. They are not medical. They're not going to protect you or anyone else from anything. Any kind of virus, especially a virus that hasn't even been singled out yet, so we don't know what it is. All we're seeing is a CGI image of a bloody spiky ball floating around. I'm frightened. Yeah, I'm not picking on anyone for being frightened. I understand, man. If you've been watching the news that the TV has been pumping into your household, then you're going to have a lot of fear, a lot of bad energy. That's what they want. They want your energy, man. Like I said earlier, let me explain. These are energy vampires. Energy vampires, narcissists, and manipulators. All they do, they are professional liars. That's what they're paid to do. Most of these people are career politicians. I mean, Trump isn't a career politician, but the career politicians have been lying their whole careers. I mean, we know how Trump got into the game through he was being a successful businessman and so on and so forth, which is when he was popular, which is strange. Everyone seemed to like him at first. He was a character on wrestling. He did cameos in Home Alone. He was one of my favourite characters because he's funny. I like to laugh at him, not with him. At him. I think he's a funny dude, man. Like, the way he presents himself is... It's really out there, you know. I like to watch the debates, especially as they were coming right up to the election when Biden wasn't hiding. But it's all over with that now, so we'll just see what the results are when they come in.